Oh, you know what I was listening to the other day? Um, that Alfredo. I seen
Oh,
Alchemist. He put man. That's I need to stop following him, man. I need to get him off my Instagram, bro.
you
He
talking
the
about
vis.
Freddie Gibbs?
Yeah. So the visuals that he puts out and like the merch that goes with like everything that they doing, like whatever for whatever project they getting together. I just envy it so much because it's like I feel like that's all the ideas and stuff that we had like kind of bundled up in one package, and they do it for like every project. Whether they do like the vinyls, I think they be releasing like vinyl merch that they give away or that they sell. If you get the album and stuff, but they come up with a lot of creative ways to to solicit their projects. And the Alfredo, I mean, I like the first one, but this one I hadn't heard. I mean, I know it's kind of brand new, but all the one I heard so far is the 1995. That's the one I was jamming so far. But yeah, I'm gonna get more into it this weekend or
Got a
whatever the
couple
case may
bangers
be.
on there. I think that Mar-a-Lago is one of them. Got that joint with Larry June on there. So yeah, that Alfredo 2 stays in rotation for me right now.
When did it
But like
drop?
a couple of weeks ago, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been playing for about a month now. So yeah, at least about 3 4 months ago. I mean 3 4 weeks ago. But what I was about to say, oh yeah, it's that's the beauty of having a core base or a core fan base. It's like you
Yeah, that's
can
true.
drop merch whenever you want because there's always a group of people, a subset of folks that are looking for it just as much as they are the music. So um,
Yeah, that is true. I
it
mean,
make it easier for folks like Alchemist and them to drop. What was they had trading cards with who was that dude from I think Detroit. He did a project with Alchemist and they had the trading cards. Bowden
I must
James.
have. Oh yeah. Well, I seen them working on music, but I missed the trading cards part.
Mm,
Yeah, but it's all that vintage, the vintage stuff, the vintage merchandise that you can get. I know Currency does it a lot too. And his big thing recently has been those the cars. Like he be doing like race cars and stuff like that, remote control race cars. But it's not the your average, car that you go like buy from, your local toy store or something like that. It's actually like some cars that you spend like $1,200 on, and like they be doing like little shows and catch little content with it and stuff. And of course, he got a mean car collection, so that actually helps it out in the fold as well. But yeah, I wouldn't mind doing some stuff like that if I knew who
yeah.
to market it to. For the most part, man.
It's really more so, man, just showcasing who you are and your personality and whatever it is that you like. So, those that like it and feel the same way as well, they'll gravitate to it.
Yeah. What you feel about Woody Marks, man? RB1 now
Uh,
on the Texans.
I think it's rightfully so. He had an outstanding game against the Titans. So it seems like the one of the few people we have on the offensive side of the ball that actually got some wiggle with him. I don't know if I'm supposed to say pause or not, but I'm from Houston, so I don't care. But like he's the only one of the few people on the team that can just get open and quickly in a space or make somebody miss. And I mean, if we're not going to really just be spreading the ball vertical downfield, throwing the ball 20, 30 yards down the field, we definitely need some people to be able to get, extra yak, if you will, once they do catch the ball 3 yards from behind the line of scrimmage. So glad to see that he's RB1. Also, not only just his what he's doing with the ball in his hand, but also what he's doing, from a blocking standpoint. Every time you, you look at some highlights, whether it be on
Oh yeah, yeah.
Twitter or TikTok or something like that, you always catch a post of Woody Marks laying somebody out. So it's good to see that he's finally RB1.
I would think too that I would have assumed that D'Amico was gonna give him way more reps even when Mixon went down because I thought with Mixon because essentially, obviously, Mixon is the RB1. But I thought what they were going to do was do like this mixture of like, okay, Mixon is the RB1, and then we'll use Chubb as like our brawler. Like when we get into like those like 30 yards and then maybe red zone, you see a lot more Chubb, up the gut runs, and obviously for red zone purposes or first and goal and stuff like that. I thought we would see a lot more Chubb, but with the injuries that Chubb has had, man, he still looks good. I mean, in a sense, he still looked good, but with this O line and the way that they play, you need it all you can get, all type of receivers and anything you can get just to have CJ have a safety valve. And Woody Marks, he proved to do so. And like I said, I think we all know 1,000-yard rusher in college. He been doing this thing, and now he's getting the opportunity to shine a little bit. So that's good for him, man. And for just regular fans, or I guess the critics, because I've been getting a lot of this. Oh, well, yeah, man, it was just the Titans. It was just the Titans, and rightfully so, because the Titans are a
When
pretty
they
bad
go
team.
look at their direct deposit
Yeah,
slip and they go see they invoice and it show NFL just like the Houston Texans does, I don't want to hear that it was the Titans. I mean, at the end of the day, they all NFL players, they all NFL teams. A win's a win. You don't look at the record and say 1-3 with an asterisk that says, "Oh, but they played the Titans." So I'm glad that they finally got a W to start the season, and hopefully this can start off a string of wins.
yeah, and that's the point That's actually the point I was getting at. It's like, well, yeah, it was the Titans, yeah, and the Texans were supposed to be the dominant team in the game. The thing that I hate though is like this is why I don't play narratives when it comes to playing like maybe a team that look like they need a lot of work or whatever the case may be. Because let's just so say for the sake of argument, the Texans went in there and they lost that game. The whole narrative would be different. Oh man, you guys can't, y'all trash, man. Y'all can't even beat the Titans. That would have been the narrative everybody would have been running with if they didn't go handle it in that type of fashion. So it's any given Sunday. Anybody could win. That's why, hey, don't overlook a game. I think we had a game like that last year when it was against the Jets. It was one of them trap games, messed up weather game. I think the Texans was like minus 10 or something, some double digit crazy nonsense from Vegas. And they went in there and lost that game. And everybody kind of, slayed them for doing so. So you got to play to your schedule. The Titans, if Cam Ward would have went in there and lit us up, it would have been a completely different narrative. And yeah, he even said that they asked themselves. I don't know how the fans feel about that. Like, I mean, which he included himself in it. He included
I like that he
himself in
took
it as well.
accountability, man.
He
I
did.
like that he was honest in that response to whoever that was in that press conference. Just
Yeah,
be honest. Y'all suck. It's the truth. They suck. Sometimes people just need to hear it and hear it from the inside the house and not from somebody on the outside. And so, uh, to me, I thought it showed that he's stepping up and being a leader and taking accountability. It would have been one thing if he would have been like, "Y'all suck and y'all ain't getting y'all
that
shit
he
together,"
cleaned
but
it up a
that
little
wasn't the
bit.
case.
He
Yeah.
cleaned it up a little bit because he said, "Yeah, man, we asked," but then he said, "including myself." I think he
Yeah.
kind of it ran through his head like, "Oh, I can see how this can be taken out of context." So yeah, let me clean up. But yeah, you're right. He did take accountability for it at least.
And I mean, when you outside of him and Calvin Ridley, Tony Pollard to a certain extent, what else do they have? Offensively, I don't. I mean, defensively, they scrappy at best, but overall, that team is struggling. With talent or struggle with lack of talent all
Yep.
across the board. So I mean, he was just being brutally honest, if you ask me.
Yeah. I mean, and to be honest, I think they are a little bit better than 0-4. I just think
I think he's
that
better
or
than 0-4. I
well,
don't
yeah,
know if the Titans are
maybe
better than 0-4.
maybe that's what I'm thinking about. I mean, but the
Yeah.
some of the pieces are there. I just think right now the organization, well, you let go of your coach. Well, you basically scapegoated, Vrabel, and ever since then they've been sliding downhill. So I just think it's really kind of poorly ran right now, sort of speaking, which putting him in the top spot at the QB position because I know he, it's hard to go into a situation like that when you're used to winning. You know, that like kind of messes with your mind a little bit. But I think he'll get over it in due time. I think he'll be fine, and he will be a rival for the AFC South or whatnot. Do you think Lamar Jackson plays this Sunday?
No, no.
You don't think so?
No, the Texans should probably be getting ready for Cooper Rush. I just don't see why you would play Lamar Jackson. I understand being 1-4 is crucial. You know, you're not trying to do that. But at the end of the day, what don't they have a bye after our game as well, or whatever the case may
And
be?
they
So might
division
as
been
well
doing bad too.
exactly. And that was just going to be my next point. It's not like the Bengals or the Steelers or the Browns are lighting it up on fire either. So even if you do start 1-4, it's better for him to have an extra week of rest and then come back and play. I think they play the Rams or somebody, which I mean that's not going to be an easy game either. Nevertheless, it'd be better to go down the stretch with him having some amount of rest than trying to force it and then him playing hobbled all through the rest of the season too.
Yeah, Texas. I think they kind of
Plus, I
like
hope he
looking
don't
at it.
play. I hope he don't play.
Yeah, true.
For the sake of the Texans getting another W and
But to
keeping the
really
streak
be
going.
honest, though, I think even with him playing, I thought the game was going to still be. I think the Texans still had a shot to win the game even with him playing because, man, talk about like I've seen some pretty poor defenses over these last couple of weeks. Their defense is bad. The Ravens defense is pretty horrible too, and they give up a lot of points. It just kind of offset because the offense can actually score points with Lamar, with Henry. Henry, he been kind of up and down to start this year. Everybody keeps saying it look like he took a step back. Maybe it's just age. I mean, I ain't gonna even say age. I think it's just wear and tear that's finally starting to catch up with him. Violent runner. I think he's just starting to catch up with him. But I mean, Lamar, I don't think Lamar plays on Sunday. I think the Ravens are playing more head games because they keep hitting in the media that he is still cleared to play and we're gonna weigh out our options and all this and that. But yeah, he hasn't practiced for like the last 3 days.
I
I
don't even
don't
think
think
the
they want to.
Ravens respect the Texans enough. I mean, to force them to play this game. I'm just being honest. When you think about what they did to him on Christmas last year at the crib,
Oh man,
like
don't
I
even
know they don't
remind
have a
me, man.
defense. Yeah, I know they don't have a defense, but at the end of the day, I mean, the Texans have not proven that they can do anything with the Ravens either. Being able to stop Lamar and Derrick Henry. So hopefully he doesn't play. And like I said, I don't think the Ravens feel the Texans are that much of a threat to where he has to play. And I hate to say it, but I just feel like they probably feel that way. Like, oh,
Maybe
we can keep it competitive. If he doesn't play, we can probably definitely get the win. If he does, let's just sit him out. You know, better for him to be healthy than for us to be him get hurt in that game, and now
yeah,
we
he
don't
really
we
be
really
out.
don't have him. Yeah.
Well, so you think Cooper Rush light us up?
Hell no.
He light Miko defense up?
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so.
No.
Uh, Absolutely not. I think the Texans defense is gonna come out, be able to go after him or get after him for sure because they're gonna be one dimensional. I don't see Cooper Rush being somebody that's gonna be a threat. Him tagging Zay Flowers down the field with 3 or 4 20-yard, 30-yard bombs or no crap like that. So. Nah, he can't run. He's nowhere near the athlete that Lamar Jackson is. We should be able to get after him and make his life a living hell. I'm just being honest.
Now the Texans, though, they do have this tendency to, I wouldn't necessarily say play down to the competition, but they have this tendency to where, I think this is like a curse with all Houston sports for whatever reason. When we have games where I'm like, okay, Texans, you're clear. I mean, not even the Texans, Rockets, and Astros. You guys are clearly the better team, and I'll watch other teams knock the team that we're playing. I've seen other teams knock their head off week after week, and then for whatever reason, it gets to a Houston team, and we talked about it before. The team just become absolutely all stars, and you like, bro, what is going on today? Like the Jets game last year, they season was pretty much completely over at the time the Texans met them. And they were like, well, hey, if they don't get the win today, they can really call it quits. They're going to clear house. They're going to fire coaches. I think that's when they had Solid still there. And Texans went in there, laid an egg, saved a couple people jobs for, a couple of weeks. So hopefully Miko, what I'm looking for, that he spares no expense. And man, get out there and get after the QB, man. I know we have this like I said, this tendency to where we sit back in coverage a lot. We play a lot of zone, a lot of areas that each other covers, and it's like, man, you got a crazy D line, man. I think he should be sending a lot more pressures because we don't blitz a lot as for the Texans, man. So yeah, hopefully that's what I want to see this Sunday, man. Get after the QB, get them discombobulated and get them thinking. Don't just let them drop back and have all these times to throw, because even though Cooper Rush is not the athlete that Lamar is, I still think he has a pretty decent arm and pretty decent vision to light it up a little bit, just a tad bit. So
He's won games in the NFL. So,
yeah,
you can't sleep
respect
on
it.
him. But
Yeah,
you
you gotta
gotta
respect
respect it. But I just feel as though the Texans defense, if they lose this game, it's because they didn't show up. I mean, the offense can do whatever they do. If they show up, they do. If
That's
they
fair
don't,
enough.
they don't. But if they lose this game, it won't be because the offense didn't show up. It would be because the defense didn't live up to their end of the bargain.
The offense got to show up now too, though.
Yeah, they
They
got to
can't go
show
back
up,
to
but
being
I think
mediocre.
it is what it is right now. I think you just don't have one, so I think you got to be creative and find ways to win games outside of expecting the offense to show up. Now they, like you said, they had a great spark against the Titans. Higgins got a touchdown.
Finally,
Woody got a touchdown. They was able to actually score more than 20 points. So it was nice to see, but at the same time, I don't anticipate them getting into a groove where they just end up playing great on offense for the rest of the season. Now, prove me wrong. I'm a fan that's more pessimistic right now than optimistic, and hopefully one to have that flip pretty soon. But they'd have to come out against the Ravens and show stack on the success that they had against the Titans for me to believe that the offense is now clicking.
I think, but the offense, man, they would be clicking more if you just feature your damn guys, man. Feature your picks. You finally got Higgins in there, man. This is what about to be week 5. He's just now seeing like at least an attempt at a touchdown pass. And as far as the receivers and stuff you have on this team, they should be featured more, man. I don't know. We've been a lot of people been talking about it from week to week. I don't know why they not all on the field together. I would like to see some packages where you got Woody Marks, Nico, Noel, and Higgins. They should all be on the damn field at the same time. I don't know. To me, it just feels like whatever. But I feel like they should. You got these picks for a reason. I'm not saying clowning the Xavier Hutchinsons and stuff of the world like that. But it's like, man, they've been on this team forever. And like they pretty much have been what they have been, your third down. I mean, not your third down, but your third option receivers this whole entire time. And then you're asking them, well, hey, you're going to be a number 2 or close to a number 1 now, with all these pieces we got moving. So Hutchinson is good on sweeps and stuff like that because he does have speed on him. But it's like, yeah, man, feature the guys some more. Feature the young guys some more, and I think it will kind of uplift the talent, at least look like the offense is doing something. I would sort of speak. But we had some preseason basketball kickoff last night. Oh, by the way, too, what you think of that last play on the Rams game, bro? I meant to ask you that. Did you watch the game last night?
Yeah, I did. You mean when he went for it on fourth and down?
Yeah.
What was it? Instead of kicking, I would have went for it too. I would have went forward too.
But
They
but but
were
what you would have took the ball out of Stafford hands though.
Nah, I wouldn't have done that. I would have kept the ball in Stafford's hands and gave him the option, as opposed to giving it to what was it, Karen Williams and having them run
Yeah.
when you know they're for to stuff the box and just go all out. So I wouldn't have taken it out of Matthew Stafford's hands. Maybe did some type of play action or whatever, bootleg out or whatever the case may be. But get him some options to be able to throw the ball downfield and get the first down that way. I mean, he's the best guy on the field, so you don't take the ball out of the best guy on the
And
field's hands.
Stafford was rolling too. They was
Yeah,
like they was on a push. They was rolling, hitting Puka out and hitting Devontae. They was rolling in a sense, and then they had already pretty much got down the field. I think that last catch might have been think Tutu Atwell like running that that little out of like before he went out of bounds, but they was rolling, and I think that was actually a good pickup by San Francisco, man. Like they kind of sensed that, hey man, they might bait us all sides, but they might give it to Karen, man, and they got the stop, and I was like, I don't know if I would have took the ball out of Stafford's hands. I think you picked that up easily with like a quick slant from the cool or
yeah,
something like that. That was like
yeah.
easy enough said, but I think I would have went for it too. Mac Jones, though, man, I will say this: he super surprised me yesterday. He
More so than Matt Jones, man. It's really Kyle Shanahan. Like his ability
I
to have
said that last
anybody
night.
plug in. Running backs can get hurt, quarterbacks can get hurt. It don't matter. They still gonna score. And I think that's the most impressive piece about that game yesterday. I know Matt Jones did his thing. He looking nice right now. Brock Purdy, you might want to get back soon, or y'all gonna have a little controversy. But
Yeah, they already started the
Kyle
talks last
Shanahan,
night.
man, yeah, it's seeing that and then seeing the Texans offense and being like, what the hell is y'all doing?
What is
They
y'all
can
doing,
plug
man?
in anybody and score. It don't matter who's out there. But here we is. We got a whole preseason, a whole off season, and we can't get the ball. It's frustrating to watch, man. It's frustrating to watch for sure.
But the thing what Shanahan does though that I appreciate a lot, it's like he plays well to the tendencies of who is that's getting plugged in there. Like he shrinks the playbook. He
That's
gets some
true.
plays like, hey man, what do you like to run? We're gonna build a game plan around the stuff you like to do and all this and that. And like I think that's why everybody looks so successful. And then like I was talking to somebody the other day, and they was like, yeah, man, I think, if CJ don't, this next game, if he, don't see the defenses, it doesn't look like he can read defenses well and yada, yada, man, I think it may be time for Davis Mills. And I was like, okay, guys, look, what has Davis Mills showed you guys over the 3-4 years that we've had him, even in the rebuilding stages? He had all the times to mess up and do good when we was rebuilding, and he just don't look that good. And I think it's more so got a lot to do with the offensive scheme. That scheme that they run, like the scheme that the Texans that they're in, if you plug another QB in there, he may like some of those plays or whatever. But I think that's what our problem is at OC when we don't have somebody experienced there. When our quarterback goes down, we seen it when Stroud went down. We had to put in Keenum at one time. They don't really redo the game plan. They don't really redo everything to make it work for Case Keenum. They just like, well, Case Keenum knows this offense, so we should be able to plug him in, and he should be able to run it. And it's like, yeah, true, but it's just I think it's just being comfortable with the situation. And Kyle, man, kudos to him, man. Like that's an experienced, offensive minded coach. Like you said, he can plug anybody into that offense and make it look decent. I think the only person he wasn't really able to do that with was what was the QB that they had? Yeah, there you
Trey
go.
Lance. Yeah, no, that was about it. But as far as anybody, like I say, from Jimmy Garoppolo to
Yep.
Brock Purdy then Sam Bradford have a moment there, or Sam Darnold had a moment
Sam
before he
Darnold, yeah.
left, and he looked nice with the 49ers. It don't matter. They gonna score. They gonna be in the game. They gonna compete all the way down to the end. And I just wish that one day the Texans offense can look something of similar fashion. It don't matter who we got out there. We know that we're gonna put some points up.
Well,
That's
it would
wishful
be a
thinking right now.
start if you would just get an experienced OC.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, because then
yeah,
you can kind of see.
yeah. Stay away from anybody that says Patriots on their resume whatsoever. I don't care if you what's the water boy for the Patriots. I don't need you in the
Yeah,
Texans locker
or
room
just
right now, man.
besides the Patriots way too, anything that says like pass game coordinators and all this other type of stuff like that. It's like, okay, you already had one. Okay, the first year I kind of got it with Stroud, rookie QB, rookie play caller, rookie head coach, and D'Amico. At least D'Amico was a coordinator before he came to be a head coach. But I kind of seen that dynamic. Like the expectations are super low. We just came off a 4-win season. Okay, cool. It made sense. That second year, when everything kind of elevated a little bit, but Slowick and Stroud wasn't on the same page. One let him audible. Like we all know the reports or whatever. And so you fire him. You would think, okay, guys, expectations are higher now. We may need to get somebody experienced in that position. You just go backwards and just get another a rookie OC, and it's like, yeah. Then he didn't even come over here with the McVay playbook. Came over here with the Patriots way. So yeah, man. Every time I talk about it, I just start in my head. It's like I don't some of that stuff I don't get with the GMs are thinking going backwards. But we do have Rockets basketball around the corner. Preseason kicked off last night. There was some games I didn't even get to watch it, but I just know preseason kicked off. Big talk in the town right now, obviously. Reed Sheppard. He's been getting a lot of interviews because I think, I think the Rockets being under the term for it? The apron, to where they can't really do a whole bunch of things as the regards of getting somebody else. Reed Sheppard, he may say, hey, man, Reed, this team, we pretty much need you, man. This is really your time, like to have a breakout season. And he's been getting a lot of interviews for it. He said, man, I'm ready. I've been comfortable with the team, this and that. But rotational wise, what do you think he gets stuck at?
The bench. I don't think they start him right away. I think they come off the
bench.
bench. Yeah, for sure. Like, I mean, you gonna run the offense through KD, through Şengün, and through Thompson. So I mean, Reed Sheppard, if he does start, he's not gonna have the pressure of having to run the offense. He's gonna have the pressure of being able to shoot, catch, and shoot, and play defense. So if he does play because you need somebody, that's the only reason I see that he's starting. Other than that, I think they go big. I think they put a ridiculous lineup out there, like Dorian Finney-Smith being out there and Thompson being at the 1. You have KD at the 3. You have the Jabari Smith playing like the 2 or something like that. Because, like I said, offensively, it don't matter. They two of them guys are going to be sitting in the corner and getting ready to shoot anyways. Defensively, if you can move your feet, then yeah. And we already know Thompson can guard ones. You can just have him guard the point guard. And so I know we're gonna see lineups like that. Do they start off the season that way? Probably not. So as far as Reed Sheppard goes, if you do get your shot to start, just be ready to shoot.
Yeah, I
Be ready to
mean,
shoot. Don't turn the ball over and play defense.
I think, to be honest, I think now that I like look at the team as a whole, and I seen some of their up and downs, and that they practices that the Houston Rockets page has posted. I think Reed Sheppard. I think the first couple of games, I think he does start, just to give the team some stretch, because like you just said, that is a lot of wing players. If we start a man, Jabari, Finney-Smith, KD, and Şengün, the defense should be crazy. The defense should be crazy if you play a lineup like that. But it's like, I'm not saying Jabari can't shoot, because Jabari has a jumper. Finney, he does have the corner, the corner shot too. Like, they all can put up some shots, but I think Reed, if you insert Reed right there and still let a man run the 1, let Reed stretch the floor with you, then put Jabari, KD, and Şengün, that actually looks pretty good too. to be
As long
quite
as he can
honest.
defend and hit the shot. If he can defend and if he can't play defense and he can't hit a wide open shot, I don't give a damn that he's 6'2" and 6'3" and it looks good that he's in that point guard position. He's a waste of a body out there. So it's not like he's gonna be breaking people off the dribble creating. Now if he does do that, oh my God,
Yeah, that's
y'all in trouble.
y'all.
If Reed Sheppard is that advanced in his development to where he's actually out there looking like the second coming of Mark Price, then yeah, it's time to go ahead and bring out the champagne and stuff because we're gonna be celebrating come June for real.
What's that
But if not,
champagne?
yeah. But if not, then I see them going big and figuring it out until we get to the January February time, right before the what was that the trade deadline, when you actually
Oh
do
yeah.
can make a decision on do you trade to bring an actual point guard in or not. So I think
What's
that's
up?
my take.
What's up with the Westbrook reunion? What's up with everybody calling for that? That's the one thing that I don't really that's the one thing that I'm not really grasping right now with the Houston fan base. Go and get
Yeah, that ain't
go
gonna
back.
happen either.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna happen either. Like,
So
nah. Didn't I
weird.
just see a documentary Westbrook finally breaking how it felt to see KD leave when he went to the Warriors?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
it's
ain't
it's
seen
it's
that.
documented now. Yeah, it's documented now. He ain't coming back. He ain't hooking.
I didn't see that. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess that would be cool and nostalgic for a Westbrook KD reunion. But I'm just like Rockets fans. Didn't y'all forget that we already went? We didn't seen this pony already, man. We already done been down this road with the Westbrook and the Harden reunion. I don't think I'm ready to see
They
that
need
reunion.
shooters.
They do.
They need shooters. Like Westbrook doesn't help what they're missing. Yeah, so now you got somebody to bring the ball up and guard point guards, great. But at the end of the day, they need shooting, and he never developed a jump shot come the later part of his
I
career. So
know, man. That's the one
I
thing
hope
that
to
I
see
would
him on a
have liked
team
to
though.
see.
I would hate to see Westbrook not in the league. He needs to be somewhere,
That's the one
which is on
thing
the Rockets
that
in
I
turn.
felt like he never developed. Like, and I'm not even saying you got to be able to like just to shoot the three ball, but just like some type of Chris Paul mid range game. If you could just give me that, hitting your 15, 20 footers, and I would have been fine with that. But yeah, that part of his game never really developed. He still got some athleticism, but yeah, just trying to bulldoze your way to the rim and trying to, 5-star slam a jammer. I don't think that's the way.
Not in this stage of his career, for sure. But like I say, I hope to see him on a team soon. I think he only has like 500 points to become the all-time leading scorer at the point guard position. And I hate to see guys that are great and were great in the league not to be able to go out kind of like on their own terms. And
Oh yeah,
so
yeah, yeah,
definitely want to see him back in the league.
yeah.
Um, people aren't giving away farewell, tours like they, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and them got. But at the end of the day, though, I do think he needs to get his flowers one time around the league before he go ahead and say, it's all said and done. So hopefully, get on these teams soon before the season start. But excited to see the season starting, and can't wait to what is it, October 6th when they play the Atlanta to kick off the preseason for the Rockets.
Yeah, because I know the starter's gonna probably get a little bit of burn,
Yeah, yeah,
in
sure.
that game. He may not one of those like, yeah, y'all can all sit and see some of the develop. Like, nah, he may. I know for
Yeah.
sure they're gonna probably at least get about 8 to 10 minutes, probably at the beginning, just to see play with each other in the preseason. I ought to go to one, really, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah.
They
They
really
got
cheap.
the season opener is what the 24th or the home opener is the 24th against
Yeah, I think
Detroit.
so.
So um, definitely looking to probably be in the building for that one.
Yeah, I might go to. I mean, it just all depend on my, I guess, my availability. But I wouldn't mind going to a preseason game. It ain't like they like some high price tickets or nothing like that. Probably about $40, forty
Yeah, I
dollars or so to
mean,
get up in
you
there.
got tickets as low as like $6 if you really care to be in like the nosebleeds or something. But
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, nah, man. I want to sit in the suite, man. Presidential, man. I don't want to. I don't want to go to nothing lower, man. want to get in one of them suites for the preseason. Because that'll be sitting in the suite preseason is like paying for a regular ticket and a regular ticket during the regular season.
Sorry, I
Pretty
can't sit
much.
in the suite to see some G Leaguers out there finish the game strong. I just I
I
wait
mean,
for the
you
regular
just out
season.
there just enjoying the game, man. That's what it's about. Man. You just enjoying the
Yeah, but I'll
flow of the
wait for the
game.
ones that count, man. I'll wait for the ones that count for sure.
Man, what happened to? Hey, look, what happened to your the LSU Tigers, man?
Yeah. The Nussmeier's not who we thought he was.
I
So
mean, I don't think we gotta jump all the way there, but
be honest with you, I didn't know what the big hype was about him before the season started. Anyways, do I think he an NFL quarterback? Yeah, I think he should be drafted for sure. But they talking about him being like the #1 pick or first round pick. I'm like, whoa, oh God, what do y'all
yeah.
see? So they Brian Kelly. That's all I can say. Brian Kelly, man. Oh man. But
Who they got on the schedule this week?
they got Florida. I think this week either they got Florida or Texas got Florida. Somebody
You
got
know what?
Florida.
Let me see. Let me see who they got.
We'll get to beat up on Florida.
I see the Yankees
Texas.
advanced
Yeah, man. They kind
last
of
night.
took the balloon out of my wanting to watch the the playoffs.
Yeah, the
I was hoping to
Yankees.
see the Red Sox advance.
Yeah, I was kind of on the Red Sox side for that one, but let me see.
Yeah, I think LSU don't play this week.
But they might not.
Yeah.
They might not play this week.
But
I know we got some okay
got that U
games
of H
tonight.
Texas Tech game.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't know how did I not mention them? Yeah, U of H
Yeah.
and they little I'm gonna say comeback last because I thought I was like, oh man, they about to lose to Oregon. Like and they almost
Man,
did
yeah.
though
Yeah.
towards the end, and then they kind of pulled it together and got their little run. And I said, oh, okay, U of H, I see y'all boys, man. So yeah,
Yeah.
and I think Tech took a L last week anyway.
I think they did too.
Yeah,
But
they
they
took
still
a L.
ranked. They still ranked.
They
They
is.
yeah,
Let
they
me
number
see.
11 in the country. So I don't even
Oh,
think they took
Charlotte,
a L.
yeah.
I think they still they're still undefeated. So this should be a good one. Hopefully U of H get that W, and if they do get that W, you know they're gonna come into next week ranked. So
Oh yeah, they sure did get the W. Damn. Yeah, my bad, Texas
yeah.
Tech. I spoke on y'all too soon because at the time I was watching, they was losing.
Mm.
At the time I was watching, I was like, oh man, Texas Tech might drop it. But yeah, you're right. They 4-0. 4-0 against U of H 4-0. That should be that's the game I do look forward to seeing Saturday. That's a good then it's a good prime time hour, 6 o'clock. That 9 o'clock stuff they be putting them in, I'll be like, man, come on, bro. Like a 9 o'clock game. Who we got playing
Show
today?
off my age right now, but yeah, you get to those 9 o'clock games after watching the whole day full of games, man. You get to
Yeah.
that third one, it's a couch nap now, man.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. I think they need to do a little bit better about. Now I understand different coasts and everything. You know, all these teams and colleges are on and stuff like that. So you kind of gotta make room for it on. You know, when you're televising it. But man, come on, like for instance, today I was like, okay, well, I might look a little bit at that South Florida game or whatever. But they playing Charlotte. That's more so I'm looking at that game for betting purposes. If you say you will. That's the only one I really
Yeah.
kind of like. Okay, let me check it out. But look at this. Look at this schedule real quick. You got 4 games that's coming on today. 2 of them come on at 6. One come on at 9, and then the other one is at 9:30. And it's not like they're playing them all on ESPN or they all coming on ESPN or nothing like that. So it's like, why are the games flexed out? You know, so far on the.
It's because the 9:30 game is a West Coast game. So it's 9:30 here, but it's a 7:30
Yeah,
game
seven
there.
thirty. Yeah, I get it. That's why I say I get
And I
some
guess
of the
they feel
stuff.
like we don't care what the rest of the country is doing. Y'all are not caring about Colorado State versus San Diego State anyway.
Hey man,
But you know
hey,
who is? Those in Colorado and California where the
yeah,
time is the same. It's 7:30 kickoff. So that's what that is. I used to hate it though, man, because like we used to be in California get up. You got them 12 o'clock NFL games, but that 12 o'clock NFL game is really more like 10 o'clock there.
10
So
o'clock, yeah. Sure.
yeah,
Yeah, even when I
but
go with my brother, in Vegas, it's like, damn, these games, it seems like it's early as hell, man, to be looking at these damn games. 10 o'clock in the morning, like the
yeah,
scheduling, my sleep schedule was just all off when I was out there. I was like, yeah, man, it seemed like I'm waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning, but it's really 8 if I was at home, so it seemed like the days are just started super early over there on
don't
that
be an
side.
early
So,
bird that get up at 6 o'clock in the morning either. That 6 o'clock turned into 4 o'clock on the West Coast.
oh,
Just
yeah,
be up in
on
the
the way,
middle
yeah.
of the night, wondering what taco stand still popping.
Well, they got a lot of those
For sure.
that way. Especially well, I mean Vegas, it's the city that never closes, or the city that never sleeps. So you can go just about anywhere. I think when I first got out there to visit my brother, like a month or so ago, like obviously I don't go to Vegas all the time, but I think it was like after he picked us up from the airport, got everybody situated. It might have been like 12. It might not even been 12. It might have been like a little bit something later than that, like maybe 1. And he was like, "Hey man, you want to make a store run with me real quick?" And I was like, "Yeah, I forgot, man. Yeah, we are in Vegas." So like, man, around him, some of the stores, you go in the stores, casino inside the store, people are literally sitting in there gambling, slot machines, everything. They got the whole thing set up where you can buy drinks. You can even buy alcohol to take with you. Like it's a alcohol distributor store and all that. So it's just like it's crazy to see that functioning at 1:30 in the morning. Well, which would be 3 o'clock in Houston. So it's like it's funny to me.
Yeah. Yeah, when you're
Funny.
accustomed to being somewhere where everything closing at 10 o'clock, it is funny to see anything open up at that type of hour.
Well, man,
But like you said, it's Vegas, man.
yeah, Vegas, the city that never sleeps. Before we get out of here, what you looking forward to this week?
Just a plethora of games, man. Of course, the Texans and the Baltimore, two of my favorite franchises going at it. Hopefully, the Texans can get the dub on this one. Sorry, Baltimore. Looking forward to the Texas game against Florida. Seeing if Texas can show finally that they are a top 10 team and a playoff worthy team against Florida. And then looking forward to the start of the preseason. Like I said, we spoke on the Rockets kicking off their preseason against the Hawks. So a lot of basketball. Of course, I could have threw in there the MLB postseason. Astros didn't make it, so I really don't care.
Yeah, I think
But
that's everybody.
uh,
So
yeah, but it's plenty of games to choose from this upcoming weekend, and looking forward to just really basking in it all.
yeah, I'm gonna take I'm gonna take some of that action, man, on that U of H and Tech game. That's probably the most
Mm,
thing I'm probably looking through on that Saturday. Like I like the time, flex to 6, 2 undefeated teams going at it. Of course, Texans. I need y'all to get this W, man, just to shape up some things in the AFC South. I think, looking at some of the fans, Jacks and Colts, they feel like, oh yeah, man, we 3-1, we're gonna run away with it. But it's a lot of football still. A lot of football still to be played. And if you can get out of that Ravens game, come out 2-3, I think that puts a lot more pressure on the Colts and the Jags. If they can come out and they be like, and then they look around, they like, well, damn, that team is 2-3 now. So I think it'll shape up, as the season, progresses. But definitely looking forward to that U of H in that Tech game. I gotta have it. I'm probably gonna go do some errands and stuff that morning. Normally I kind of sit around that Saturday morning, look at a couple games. I think I might, whatever I gotta get done for the day, might go ahead and knock it out and get around to that U of H Tech game, man. So go Cougs. 4 or 5 podcasts. Corey mixed it. That is T. Rasco, producer extraordinaire. Till next episode, guys. We'll catch you. Peace.